Good morning, Year 5s and Year 6s. This is English Lesson 3 for this week, writing from a character's viewpoint. And if you've completed 1 and 2, you'll now have 2 sheets full of great ideas, lots of vocabulary, and even 4 sentences that you can use. So have your planning sheets ready, but you will also need some lined paper. So pause the video and get your lined paper out of your pack ready to go. Lovely. Right, now that we're all set up, the first thing I want to do today is just revise speech punctuation. So if you look at this writing here, it says, "Where has everyone gone?" I cried as the spell left me. So just a reminder that the words actually spoken here are, "Where has everyone gone?" So they need to have inverted commas to mark them. But also, this is a question. So instead of a comma before the inverted comma here, I need a question mark. So now we've got, "Where has everyone gone? I cried as the spell left me." Now on the next line here, it says, "Where is all the wonderful food I was promised?" And this is also speech. So it needs, again, the inverted commas around the speech. Now in this particular piece of speech, I've already got a reporting clause here. I cried, so I don't need to put a second one. Right, if we go back to your planning sheets, we have 3 sections in the story. The first one is how you felt when you first heard the music. So this is imagining how you were put under a spell by the Piper's music. The second one is what you saw and imagined when you were dancing. We've got a lot of planning for that. That'll probably be the longest section of your writing. Lots and lots of description about what the character saw with their eyes and what they also saw in their imagination. And the third part, the third paragraph possibly, will be what happened when you were released from the spell and how did you feel? Now, if you haven't really put much detail into this, it's on both of your planning sheets. So just pause the video now and write a couple of notes about what you might have in each section. Right, we should be good to write. Looking forward to this now. Here's my opening paragraph, and I've tried to vary my sentence openers so I get different sentence structures. So I've decided to start with, "Softly, the sweet music entered my ears and began to work its magic. Dropping my food, I turned slowly to face the Piper. I swayed, swooned, and then began to dance, moving into the road." Now that's just my first couple of sentences. Obviously, this first section will take a few more sentences than that. You might just do 1 paragraph, or there might possibly be 2. But remember, please, when you start a new paragraph, new line and indent, leaving quite a large space. All right, I'm going to ask you to pause the video now and leave it on pause where you spend a good bit of time writing your opening paragraph. Right, hopefully you will have a really, really strong opening paragraph to really hook your reader in. And I hope you remembered to write in the first person and use past tense. This is what I was thinking my second section, the middle section of the story, might begin with. And I've used all of the ideas that I had in my planning sheets in session 1 and 2. So it starts with, "Cheering villagers lined the streets as wee rats swarmed like insects through the town." Swarmed like insects is a simile, if you remember from looking at that last week. So it has the word like to make a comparison. "Visions of delicious food filled my head. The music told me that if I only kept following the music, I would have juicy apples, barrels of salted fish, and lidless jars of sweet jam." And these are all things that are based on what was actually in the poem, but you, of course, can add whatever delicious food you imagine if you're writing about the rat. When I continue with that, I will then go on to describe some of the things in the town that he saw as they danced along. Remember, they were under the power of the music. They were unable to stop. Now, you might have chosen to write about the child, and that's absolutely fine because you've got everything you need on your planning sheet. So this is the end of this lesson, and I'd like you to spend a little bit longer, please, working on that middle section, drawing on everything that you've planned over the last 2 days and writing some really detailed description about what the rat or the child saw with their eyes and in their mind. Bye for now.